started out in college at DePaul University, which is a small private college in Indiana, and I studied music. I was in the School of Music there. I was a vocal performance major only because they didn't have a musical theater major. Now they have lots of schools have musical theater majors now, but back then it wasn't as easy to find, and that's where I ended up. I'm the middle child of 11 children, so you kind of grab the last role before anybody else does and see what you can get what you can. So I was really grateful for DePaul because I had a scholarship there. When that scholarship ran out after 2 years, my dad called me and said, you got to come back to Ohio because that's where we lived and go to a state school because it's going to be a lot cheaper and that's all we can do. So at the time, actually, there was a new program at Kent State. It was a BFA in musical theater. Like I said, that was kind of rare back then. So I just immediately, that was my first choice, and I just went for it. And it was a really good education. It was a liberal arts school, and I think that when you're a creative artist, a liberal arts school is a really good idea, actually. Not that a conservatory is a bad idea, but liberal arts school should not be discounted. That education can really be valuable to the artist. It gives you a little more freedom of choice, and that's good, and flexibility with your time. And it's also the state school tends to be a little more affordable, especially if it's in your home state. In California, I think you go to school for free. And that's great because all the money that you can save when you're in school, the better. Because when you get out into the world as a creative artist, it's never easy. Even after people think that you've made it, it's always a challenge to make work for yourself and to find work. And you kind of learn that when you're at a liberal arts school, I think, because you're floating a little bit more free. I would recommend that, but that's probably because that's the way I went. I do love talking to students. I get a lot out of it. I learn a lot from them, too. And I find that the things that I take for granted as, of course, they haven't even thought of yet. So it can really be a real inspiration that goes both ways.